TVBA's goal is to provide career and education opportunities to veterans through our great group of veteran
Bill's got her first fish on here on Friday morning. Oh, yeah, man, look at it.
15 degrees out
yeah,
here.
15 degrees, and he's got a big smallie on there. All right. Attaboy. Attaboy. 15-degree weather. Yeah, man.
Hold that jig, put that jig back in his mouth here.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that, son.
Yes, sir. Boy, pretty smallmouth on Dale Holler, folks.
Nice and Dale Holler Smalley.
All right, Billy boy, let's get started here. That's number
Back
one.
in the water here, son. Take my jig out there.
Number one.
Whoop.
All right, Bill. Good deal. Smallmouth on Dale Holler. Folks, old Bill's got another fish on up here.
Hey, son. Hey, Steve, you over here?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. I'm a filming. Oh, yeah. We'll get him on camera. Hey, he's got to know we just want to get him on camera. That's a good fish, ain't it, Bill?
It sure act like it, son. He's sure acting like it. Him sure acting like it. Oh,
yeah,
look at
buddy.
It. Yeah, he's a,
yes,
he's
sir.
a cracker jack, son.
You don't like the looks of that net.
I'm out of that boat.
Oh, yeah, man. Nice.
One more time, William. Bring him around here. One more time.
All right. Oh, come, that's one of them chunks right there. Man. All right. Buddy, that's a nice one.
That is a nice one, ain't it, son? I got you, son. Hey, son.
Yeah, boy. That's a pretty fish, Bill. It really is. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, boy. He's 4 pounds better.
Yeah.
Good job. Let's get another.
Let's get another. Oh,
all right. All right, folks. Paul's got him a big smallmouth here, folks. I mean a dandy. Boy, Paul, that's pretty.
Is it pretty fine?
Yeah, buddy. Sure is. That's a nice one.
Beautiful fish. Them eggs.
Good deal. All right, folks. Bill's got another fish on here. Paul's got the net. We're going to see what we got.
Come on, Bill. Come on, quit playing with him. We want to see it.
Oh, you're kidding.
I swear to goodness.
My goodness gracious. That gummit, he got off right here at the boat. All right. That gummit, Bill. All right, get another one out there. All right, folks. Old Paul's got a fish on here now. Just a cast or two after Bill lost that one. Oh, yeah, man. Pretty fish. Pretty fish.
Get it in.
Yeah.
We dip it. We get it.
Yeah, pretty fish. I see him running out there, Paul.
Look at him. You can see
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, boy. Oh, yeah. Nice one. Nice one, Paul. Shucks, yeah. That's them footballs all the way around. Don't you look at them there. Yeah, buddy. All right, Paul. Good, good. Yes, sir. I got that feller's jig in his mouth there, Bill. Whose is that?
I tell you what, I don't know who that feller is, but I'm telling you the truth, I want to get to know him.
Yeah, me and you both. Pretty
Nice
fish, Paul.
Nice fish.
All right. All right, folks. Bill's hooked back up here again. It didn't take but a few minutes.
Got connected again, Steve.
Yeah, boy. All righty.
You notice I'm not saying a word.
No, Paul's not saying anything about getting him in here this time. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, boy. Boy, that's a nice one. Oh, man. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm saying. Look what a fish. Ooh, son. Yeah, boy. All right.
He's ours.
All right. Yeah, buddy. All righty.
There's what we're looking
Whew, son. Golly bum. Buddy, that's...
Get out of his mouth.
yeah, I see that thing
See
up there
there?
sticking out of his mouth. Yeah. Boy, that is a pretty fish, man. You talking about a chunk now. That's a dandy.
Sure is.
All right, Bill, there's another.
I'm telling you right now, Steve, old buddy. Big fat slicking, ain't he?
Yeah,
son?
boy, he sure is, Bill. He definitely is.
Let's catch another one.
I'm with you. Just keep getting him. Golly, bum, he's so big he can't get back down. All right, folks. Old Bill's got another smallie on. Yeah, boy.
Look at him there, Steve, old boy.
Now, I'm trying to get him in the camera. He don't want to pose too good, Bill. He's supposed to pose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we got him now. All over the place. Yeah, boy. All right. Nice one, too. Another nice one.
Yes, sir, old buddy. Look at that little job right there.
Yeah, boy, Bill, that's a nice one, buddy.
Ain't he a good one?
Yeah, buddy.
Sure, old buddy.
Yeah, boy.
Look at him.
I see that little old bug in his jaw there.
That little old bug there. Him like it. Him like that little
Yeah.
bug. Okay, old buddy.
All right, Bill, back in the water.
Back in the water.
Ooh, man, what a fish. Get another one, Bill. All right, folks, Bill's got another fish on here.
Looks like a dandy there, son.
Looks like a dandy, he
Come
said.
up outside, look out
Yeah.
there, son.
Yeah, boy. Boy, that sun's right in the camera. I hope we can see him. All right.
Here we go. Here he comes again.
Yeah, buddy. I'm trying to trace him.
Him wanting to go on the boat now. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah. Good deal. Good
All
deal.
right. Pretty good little old fish.
Yeah, it is. All right, we got him.
Got him there. Where?
Yes, sir.
You're not going to claim him, are you?
All right. Let's,
Okay, buddy.
yeah, boy, Bill. Pretty.
Nice one, isn't he, son?
Nice one, yes, sir.
Nice little Dale Hollow smallmouth, son.
Little Dale Hollow smallmouth. All right, buddy. Get you another one out there.
Oh, son. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Real, buddy.
All right, there he comes, Bill. Oh, yeah. Another smallmouth. All right. He ain't a giant, but he's awful pretty.
He ain't a giant,
Nice
but
smallmouth.
he's a dandy.
All righty.
There he is, old buddy.
Yes, sir. Man, that's a pretty fish.
Yes, sir.
All right. I can't say nothing about that fella that caught him, but that fish looks real good.
Yeah. What about that? The feathers? Well,
Yep, boy.
got the chartreuse out of your jig.
All right.
Okay, buddy.
Back
I
in
saw
the
him
water.
twisting out there. Look at your jig. See what it looks like.
Ain't nothing about that fella that caught him, but that fish looks real good. Our first fish, folks, here on Saturday morning. Got a nice one on already. Watch out, Paul. He's getting under the motor. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Dandy. Oh, oh, oh. That is a dandy. Boy, that's a pretty fish. Yeah, buddy. All right. Boy, Paul, that's a nice fish.
Nice fish.
Yes, sir. Look how fat that rascal is. All right. What do you think about that now, Bill? Yep, boy. All right, Paul. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Yes, sir.
Dale Hollow smallmouth. What'd you forget?
Folks, old Bill's got a big smallmouth on here now. Yeah, look at him out there jumping. All right. Second fish of the morning here. There he is, Paul.
Turn him around.
All right. Good deal.
There. Here.
Yes, sir. All right. That looks good, Bill.
Let me take him off.
Hey, I was going to leave it in there.
All right.
Get that jig.
I got him, buddy. Zoom in on him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I see that
All
bug.
bundled up and the small mouths are biting.
All right, Bill.
Get another one, Steve.
All right, buddy. Let's do it. I pushed the wrong button.
Get them jigs now.
Yeah. Sure do. Bill's got another fish on back. Oh, man. He come off, didn't he? Dadgummit. All right, we'll get another.
Tell him. That's back about
Yeah.
4 Bill's lost. I'm counting the lost ones. I'm counting the lost fish.
Paul's counting the lost fish, he said. What's the penalty for losing fish, Paul?
Well, I don't have a penalty. It's just he has to live with his buddies. Well, they're hitting good.
Right, folks, Bill's got another big fish on right here. Oh, yeah. Hold on to him, Bill. Yeah, buddy. Man, oh, man. All right. Yes, sir. All right. How deep was he, Bill?
Huh?
How deep was that fish?
How deep was it?
Well, 28 feet.
28 feet.
Hang a little bit in there.
All right. You'll work. Yes, sir.
Where the flowers go?
Huh?
Be patient, guys.
Yeah.
Got it in the net.
That happens, Paul, when you net them sometimes.
Well, I got it out of a net. Now, if I can get it out of a fish.
All right. Oh, yeah.
How's that?
Hey, there's Steve, old buddy.
Buddy.
Another big one.
You're doing good, Bill. How many does that make us now, Paul?
8, isn't it?
8 in the boat and missed 2 or 3?
Yeah.
All right, Bill. Get back in there and get another, no, buddy. Bill's got another fish on, folks. Feel like a pretty good one, don't it, Bill?
Feel like a pretty good one, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does feel like a nice one, son.
All right, man. That sunshine's going to be a mess.
He ain't oh, big old largemouth.
Is it? Oh, yeah. All right. That's all right. We'll take him. Oh, man. Yeah, buddy.
Look what a largemouth.
Woo! Daggone it, man. That's a 5-pluser right there now, boys.
Nice one, ain't it, son?
You ain't a kidding, buddy. Daggone it, Bill. Oh, son.
Look at
Yeah.
that, James, old boy. Look at him.
Dadgummit. Yeah,
Ain't he a nice one?
he is, Bill. Got him on that creek channel, too, didn't you, buddy?
Got that jig?
Got the jig, yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
get him.
buddy. All right. Man, that's a nice fish.
Yeah. Gotta get the pliers.
All right. Bill's got her first fish on here on Friday morning. Oh, yeah, man, look at him.
15 degrees out
Yeah,
here.
15 degrees, and he's got a big... Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And as you can see, who my favorite guest is here tonight, Bill Nichols. Bill, glad to have
Hey,
you,
buddy,
son.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm glad to be here, son.
Buddy, I'm glad to have you.
We sure got a dandy here tonight. They need to be watching this right here.
They sure do, buddy. Ball game, there's no Lady Vols playing tonight, and they're getting ready for Saturday, and so we're doing good. I'm going to say hello to Dad and to Polly, and Polly, she's doing great. Miss Polly's been kind of under the weather the last few weeks, but she's doing good right now, Bill said, and talking with her today, so we're glad that's going on. And, Dad, I'm hoping you're watching. You can see who my guest is.
But I wish he was here with me. We put on a show, Mickey.
I do too, Bill. Me and Polly was talking about that today. I wish Dad was able to be here.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, we showed that fishing film, Bill, and I've had several guests in the last few weeks, and Paul Harrison that was with Bill and I out there was out of town. He's got some sick people.
He got some sickness in his family and his wife's family, and they've gone as far as Michigan to visit one of her sisters that's real bad. Then they're going to come back through Indiana and visit one of her brothers that's real bad. And our thoughts is with Paul and Karen tonight.
All right, that's exactly right. We sure do. We miss having Paul here, and we understand what he's got to take care of and all that, and hope for the best. Now, Bill, let's get back to talking about the fishing trip out there. We had bad weather, cold weather, windy weather first part of the week, and then things kind of fired up there on Friday and Saturday, and we had 2 pretty good days of fishing.
We had a real good week. If you think about it, we caught between 60 and 75 smallmouth in the 5 or 6 days we were there.
Yeah.
And anytime that you catch that many smallmouth and as good as they were, hey, I've been fishing for them things for the last 45 years, and I tell you what, you won't find them any better than what the fish that we had. They was as good as you'll ever find. People fish for a lifetime and never caught a fish that as good as some of those were.
I agree, Bill, and you know, the fish we catch at Norris, for some reason or another, they're not as healthy looking as the fish out there are.
I tell you what, you and I and grandson there, Wesley was up there last, week before last, I guess it was.
Yeah.
And we caught 3 smallmouth, and I'm telling you, those smallmouth that we caught up there, they're not as healthy as the fish are in Dale Hollow, and I don't know why. That fish that me and you caught, you can't catch a better fish than that. That fish that I caught there was at least 22 inches or maybe better.
Yeah, he was a whopper.
And it was a real good fish, but on the other hand, it wasn't as healthy as the fish that we catch. I don't know if it's the bait that's not there or just exactly what. TWRA needs to know about that. If the bait is running out, we need to put more in.
I agree with that. But you can tell, I mean, they're just, I don't know, they're just not as chunky. You know, the fish on Dale Hollow seem to be stockier. They're more blowed out. You know, you catch a 4-pounder out there and he won't be 18 inches long.
That's right. That's exactly right, son. If you catch one 21 inches long, he's 5.5 or 6 pounds.
That's right. That's exactly right. Those fish were really healthy out there. Even the largemouth we caught,
yes, sir. Yes,
was real healthy. But you know, we caught some pretty good fish, and we had 3 or 4 that was dandies. I mean,
you don't catch no better fish than what we had.
I mean, you know, over that 5-pound range there. I know that you caught up there at Trooper Island, buddy. That was a whopper. That was a dandy. And you know, folks, we really did have a good trip. It's a beautiful, beautiful lake out there, and if you've never been, you probably ought to make a trip out there. And they do a lot of things to promote that, don't they, Bill? Have those eagle trips?
We got lots and lots of eagles. We seen some down there in February when we was there.
Sure did.
And they have an eagle camp every January. They got pontoon boats that take people up both rivers, and they leave from the dam and they go all over the lake and they count them eagles. And hey, I've seen so many of them. I've seen some eagles up there that you wouldn't believe in my lifetime. I've just been fishing that lake since 1949, and I think it was about 3 years old when I started to fishing it. But anyway, I've seen a lot of things happen in Dale Hollow, and it's all been for the good.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's just, you know, it's just kind of back out of the way, and it's really beautiful. The housing up there is from the top of the ridge back away from the lake.
Can't build close to the lake. You might be able to see the lake, but that's about all.
Yeah.
There ain't no way. It's not like Norris. You can't. they build at the water's edge at Norris, so you know, it's not like that. TBA really give us a good one when they sold all that land up there down to the water's edge.
Right. Well,
but I ain't got anything to do with that, so.
I hear you. I know what you mean. But it is a beautiful place out there, and the fishing's good, and we had a good trip. And Bill's got a few baits laying here that we're going to hold up. I don't know if Herschel's got a close-up camera, but we brought a few baits that we caught the fish on, and it was all what Paul tied up.
Yeah, he'd even tie up some at night while we were sitting around there after supper.
He sure would. You know, he'd say, "Oh, we better tie up a few," and he'd get his box out and sit there at the table and tie us up about a dozen worth of jigs, and Bill would paint the threads with some hard as nails and hang them up over there next to the heater, and so we'd have them the next morning.
Yeah, I bet they were ready to go the next day.
Ready to go the next day. That's exactly right. So we had a good time. Listen, folks, we've had a few callers here lately that we hadn't heard from in a while. Mike Richards, one of them, and AKA Lamprey, we hadn't heard from you in a while. So you folks that we hadn't heard from you, give us a call here after a while and let us know what's going on. But
we need to know that they're not sick or laid up or something. We need to know.
Exactly right. We'd like to hear from you, make sure you're doing all right, and that kind of thing. Right quick, I wanted to mention Jordan Bolton. He's a member of the Campbell County High School Bass Club, Bill.
Yep.
And last Saturday, last Saturday he called me on his way back from, they had a tournament down there on Chickamauga, and he and his partner, Harley Owens, was his partner. He's in high school too. And anyway, Jordan caught a 8-pound, 2-ounce largemouth in the high school bass club down there, and he won the big fish pot, and they finished third in the club tournament. But then again, in all, there's 3 or 4 high schools competing for that, and competing down there. And Herschel's got the picture up of the fish he caught, and he was just absolutely tickled to death. And I can't wait to get those guys over here on the show. Gabe King's their coach up there in the high school, and y'all know Gabe was one that caught the state record here back a month or so ago. So he's going to bring some of those boys that want to come over one night and be on the show. But
all big old fish coming out of Chickamauga, and it looks like those Florida strain bass have really took a hold down there. Yeah. I just heard yesterday 11.4 was caught just this week.
Yeah.
11.4 came out, so that's another good fish.
Yes, sir, it sure is. Well, congratulations to Jordan and Bolton and Harley Owens there on their fishing trip down there at Chickamauga, and we're glad for that bunch. Those high school boys are doing good things, folks. I'm telling you, they're getting with the program and carrying it right along on what needs to be done. And Bill, speaking of those Florida strain of bass, let me give everybody a little update on what's taking place. Herschel he has some pictures of some that Willie Word sent him of the finished product that was done when they put the brush piles in down at Big Springs Saturday, Bill, this past Saturday. So maybe Herschel will get those fixed up for us a little bit later. But anyway, he's got them there right now. Well, okay, that's perfect. I knew you could do it. I think Willie told me they put in about 200 brush piles there.
Oh, that's for the yearling.
Yeah,
those Florida strain yearlings.
That's exactly what it's for.
They got to have a place to hide and where they can take off, have a chance to take off.
Yes, sir. They got we got to get big enough to keep from getting eat up.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So that's what the deal is. Now, if you all remember, we're going to be at Caney Creek tomorrow, and they've turned in the list of people that's volunteered, and so I told the guy, since I'm called this morning, he said, "You're too late." I put it in the mail yesterday. I said, "Well," he said, "you can come on down and film if you want." I said, "That's all I want to do." I said, "I didn't want if I can get out of help, that'd be fine too." But I said, "I do want to film." So I'm going down in the morning, and they're going to start at 9 o'clock, and I'm planning on getting there about 8, and I want to film that area that they're going to work in before they do anything.
Yeah.
Then we'll film it after we get done.
Yeah, boy.
And that way we can see how much progress we made.
At least somebody is taking a chance on getting our fish back to where they need to be. And hey, if you catch a good fish, I don't blame a man at all for having it mounted or what. But on the other hand, it runs out. They got a replica of them now. Put them back, man. These here good fish. This is a spawning time, and they lay thousands and thousands of eggs, and some of them going to make.
Yeah, that's true, Bill. That's exactly right. A little more feedback. Talking with Willie, he's trying to get in touch with Bobby Wilson in Nashville. Bobby's TWAR officer that is in charge of this restocking these fingerlings in here. And here's the deal: they got 200,000 fingerlings. They're going to release a third of them at Big Springs, a third of them at Caney Creek, and a third of them at Ray Springs, which runs into about a little over 60,000 at each place. So what Willie's trying to do is get that comes back to this East Tennessee Sportsman's thing, Bill, getting this thing membered up, because he's wanting to find out from Bobby Wilson how much them fingerlings cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the matter with us putting in 60,000 at Rockwood, 60,000 up here at Kingston?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there ain't a thing in the world wrong with it.
Not a thing. Hey, listen, if a man loves to fish, he'd be willing to donate.
Yeah, that's
and for 60,000.
Yeah,
I know I would.
Yeah,
even at my age,
yes, sir.
I chased them old largemouth for 35, 40 years myself, and I enjoyed catching them then. On the other hand, I've been chasing these smallmouth, and I enjoy catching them too.
Right.
But I've enjoyed my fishing here, and Norris has been my lake all these years, and Dale Hollow, Center Hill. I've fished them every one, and we've always had a good amount of fish in every one of them. Let's keep it that way.
I agree, Bill, 100%. So anyway, talking with Willie, he's trying to follow up on that. He called and left a message this morning twice for Mr. Wilson. And if this afternoon he hadn't heard anything, but we'll give Willie a pat on the back for following up on that, and maybe we can get some of these fingerlings turned loose up the Tennessee River and several other places. So just wanted to let you all know what was going on with the Florida strain of fingerling release, and how the brush piles and stuff was coming, the habitat for the fish, and all that kind of stuff. So we're working right along with that. Let's see, Bill, we was talking about something else there just a second ago, and I had something I wanted to mention. Herschel's got, he's going to show, you're going to show us a close-up of them baits now, ain't you, Herschel? There you go. Right there's your baits, Bill.
Oh, son, right there. We catch fish on every one of these little old baits right here. We got an 1/8 ounce here, and we got a 3/16 ounce right here. There was a 3/16. These are the 1/8. And there's a little brown jig right there, solid brown. Here's a little brown and chartreuse. There's another little brown and chartreuse. Here's a little yellow and chartreuse, a yellow, and there's another yellow, brown and yellow, brown and chartreuse. And this one right here, that's a regular, that's a fish catcher right there. That's a white, little white on brown there.
Yeah.
That's a regular old deer hair right there. Every one of these is deer hair.
Yes.
And they have paid off. Hey, I've been fishing these little things over there for many, many years, and this is all I fish at this time of year. And they supposed to be catching several fish on a lot of different baits. But every time I go over there, I can't get off of these right here because they've been so good to me over the years. I said, well, I'm for these other people 100%, but I believe these are easier to me to fish.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's hard to get away from something that you know. That's they just don't turn down a crawdad or a minnow when it's close enough, do they?
No, they really don't, son.
Yes,
That's
yes.
exactly right.
Yes, they sure do. They do good.
I tell you what, Edgemore Outdoors has got a whole lot of these here really good little jigs over there. I know I was over there yesterday. They got crappie jigs. They got these kind of jigs. They got every kind of little jig over there that you can be imagined.
I sure
And
have.
Jim Williams is real stocked. I'll have to say that, son. He's well stocked.
Perfect. I know he is, and that's what we said last week. He had a whole bunch of new stuff in. Jim goes to these sales shows, in the fall and buys his stuff and orders stuff, and he sees a lot of new products and that rock hard plastics and all that kind of stuff he's got in over there. So.
Hey, he even showed me some stuff over there, and I don't need any more fishing tackle. I really don't at this stage of my life. But hey, I couldn't turn everything down over there. I don't know how I'm gonna get by with this, but I got to go over tomorrow and pick up a bunch of baits over there myself. And I told Jim, I said, "Hey Jim, this is just between me and you now."
I heard that. Yeah, exactly right. All right. And why I mentioned it there, folks, remember the East Tennessee Sportsman Association need to get membered up here so we can help do these things we're talking about. And you can pick them applications up several places. All my sponsors has got them, except for a couple of the branches of the bank, Edgemore, Oak Ridge branch, Citizens First Bank, Oliver Springs branch, Harriman branch, Reynolds Racing and Marine, the sign shop there in Harriman. Tim's Tires got some now. So, just kind of shop around.
Hey, listen, we was up at the Second Baptist Church a couple of weeks ago here now. We'll be a couple of weeks, and we gave out a bunch of them things.
Yes, sir.
And the people that got them, hey, if you took one of them, surely you're a fisherman, a hunter, or something.
Yeah.
Fill that thing out and give us the opportunity to get everything going. We gave out a bunch of them up there.
We sure did, Bill. We did. Over 250 of them, as a matter of fact. So we need to get those back. If we had that many people, if we had, those people to sign up and get involved in this thing, we'd have over 300 people, and that just keep on growing. So
that's right.
That's what we need right there, and that's going to help us with TWRA and TVA.
You can't beat the couple of fellas that we got trying to get this thing off on the ground. Willie Word, I've known Willie Word for many years, and he's a good sportsman, and he takes a lot of interest in it. And Willie is just like myself. He's not getting any younger, but he likes to see everything. He likes to see the hunters have a good season. He likes to see the fishermen have a good season, and there's what it's all about. If you got the game and you got the fish, everybody can enjoy themselves.
That's exactly right, Bill. 100%. Wanted to mention a couple other little things right here. Some things that's coming up. They got a community crappie tournament going on down at Kingston City Park. There's some more information going to come out on it. It's sponsored by the Let's Go Fishing Show and Reynolds Racing and Marine and Central Auto Parts there in Harriman. As of right now, they're going to have it be April the 11th. They're going to blast off at 8 o'clock. That was one thing that wasn't fully decided, what time they're going to weigh in. Early sign-up can start on April the 10th at Reynolds Racing and Marine, and entry fee's $30 per boat, maximum 3 persons per boat. $5 entry fee goes towards big fish. And this is a crappie tournament now. And you only weigh in 15 per boat and that kind of thing, so it's 100% payback based on the amount of boats entered. But I'll have some, they're still trying to finalize this thing. We do know they're going to have it. We know what time we're going to start. Just some questions about what time they want to quit, Bill.
There you go.
Some of them's wanting to quit early,
They
and
get
some of
out
them
there
want to
and
quit.
them our big crappie there, they might not want to quit.
That's exactly what the deal is. We'll lay that aside and get with something else here. Sportsman's Campground, their spring jamborees, April the 16th, 17th, and 18th. That's there at the foot of Windrock Mountain. You guys looking for a place that, four-wheelers, side-by-siders, whatever, riding enthusiasts, they've got, I think she said they had one cabin left and 15 spots in the RV, and they got about 30-some up there, I think, so they're over half gone now, and you still got a few weeks to get signed up for that. Nice bathing facilities and all that kind of stuff, so if you call the number. That's 865-435-6009.
Let me say one thing about that. Even if you're not a rider or whatever, if you go up there and camping, you can't keep them having a good time. Hey, listen, there ain't nothing beats them mountains, son.
I agree.
I've been there many, many times. Right before this is it, I've been there with the telephone company running cable trouble back yonder, and it's really a place to see.
It's beautiful. Ain't no two ways about it. It sure is, Bill. And Citizens First Bank, mention a word from them. They've got the weather's turned nice, and you folks that's been wanting to build at the house, or you commercial builders, they got all kinds. They got some construction loans. If you need one, go by and talk to the branch managers. They'd be more than glad to help you, they said. So keep that in mind on your construction loans. Citizens First Bank, they're looking forward to giving you some help there. All right. Something I wanted to mention was coming up here. We're coming into spring. Spring's here. It's going to be long. It's going to be summer. You young people is going to be wanting to drive the boat, drive the jet ski, and that kind of stuff. Now, 12 to 18, you got to have this boater safety course, and I just wanted to remind everybody about that. You got to have it, and so keep that in mind. Don't get out there and get caught without it, and because they're going to write you a ticket. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's $12 to go take that test and be able to get your certificate. I may be wrong. I think it's $12. But anyway, whatever it is, it's going to be a lot cheaper.
It'd be a lot cheaper if you have that, and it is with the ticket.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Exactly right.
Hey, listen, they got a lot of them things on the water anymore, and you need to know what's going on. You really do.
All right. Yeah. All right. We got a call. We're going to take that. Hello, caller.
Hello, Steve. Hello, Bill Nichols.
What do you say here, old buddy?
Hey,
yes, sir.
Herschel called me and wanting to know how I was doing. Doggone it, I appreciate him doing that. But let me tell you what happened the last couple of weeks, guys. I wanted to call in, but I got outvoted by American Idol on TV.
Oh.
And all I could do is sit there and watch, and I had to keep my lip buttoned. So that's why you hadn't heard from me, Steve, the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, you had us worried, and I gave Herschel the number so he could call you, and then he went in there, and I heard him talking to you, and I knew you was all right. But I've got that same problem at home. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know all about that, then, don't you?
I know exactly what you're dealing with.
Now, since I got out of the hospital, I've been improving a little bit every day, so. I'm fairly good shape. They send in a physical therapist for me now, so they felt so sorry for me up there. They figured out I was worse off than what they thought, so they're sending me physical therapy now. So that's making me stronger every day.
Man, that sounds good, Mike. It's good to hear from you. It really is.
The only thing is, sit here getting jealous watching the legend Bill Nichols up there catching 5-pounders about once every 5 or 10 minutes.
Hey,
buddy, I tell you what, I miss those old smallies. I really.
I know you do, Mike, and we think about you every time we go, son. Wish you was there with us.
I'll tell you guys, I've got me a deck boat coming, bought out of Alabama, that I'm going to rig out. And it's got room for a wheelchair on it and everything. So.
Oh, that's great.
Man.
And it's got fishing chairs up front, 24-volt trolling motor. And I think that deck boat might be an answer to what I need. So I'm getting ready to find out here. It's going to be delivered to me on Saturday. So.
Man, that sounds
I'm
good.
all fired up. Now, whether I can get in it or not, I don't know. But my neighbors can, and I know, and my grandchildren can. So it's going to make a nice little deal. But I'm hoping that it might work out for me. So I'm just all fired up right now, just like a kid on Christmas, you know.
Hey, every time I get in one of them, I think, boy, how young I am.
That's the truth, buddy. It'll bring those 5-pound smallies or 6-pound smallies. It'll sure bring out the youth in a person, won't it?
Yeah, but you ain't a kid, Mike.
It sure will,
does.
Mike.
Hey, guys, I really enjoy this show. I just hope people got to watch that film. And another thing I like about that film, Steve, is you're getting some commentary now out of the fishermen, which
Yeah.
I've just been begging you to do here on these fishing films. So
Right.
it's good to see Bill talking, and they get to see what he looks like when he's holding those big old smallies.
Yeah.
That's a film right there that I wish I could have taped tonight, but I'm an old man now, and I can't figure out how to tape off of this high definition TV. So that's just my loss.
Well, I'll get you a copy of the tape of the show, the CD. How's that?
Buddy, I tell you what, I pay good money for that.
I'll take care of you on that. Don't have to worry about a thing.
Hey, you need to call me, Steve. Give me your home address, and cause spring coming up, buddy. You're gonna need a little fisherman up there.
I know.
You have the last couple times.
Well, I mentioned that. I thought that to myself the other day. I said, man, I got to get this free fishing trip going before the crappie get gone, and
Yeah.
I'll work on that next week. But I'll get you a CD of the show, and
Call me with your address, okay?
I'll do it, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, Bill, good seeing you, pal. You hang
Hey.
right in there with those fellas.
Always good to hear from you, Mike. I sure want to get down to visit with you there, son.
But y'all just come down, but I don't
just-
get going until about 2 or 3 every afternoon. My nights
I've
are
been
not very
tied up
good,
at
but
home just
I
like
get
you
going
have,
about 2 or
son.
3 in the afternoon, and if you see me at that time, I'm as good as I've ever been. If you see me earlier than that, you're going to feel sorry for me. So come after 2 or 3, and this, got an open door policy for y'all, okay?
Okay, buddy.
All right, Mike. Thank you, buddy.
See you guys.
See you, bud. All right, good to hear from Mike. I'm glad he's health-wise, he's doing good, and it's his TV. The TV show's got him where he can't call in. That's good. All right, Bill, I'm going to talk a little bit about the fishing reports and what I've got. I'm going to tell you, folks, I went fishing yesterday down at Watts Bar, and the reason I went, I used my excuse there that I need to tell my wife. I said, I've done some work on my engine. I had a little problem there with a spark plug, and I said, I need to go check it out.
Yeah.
Well, she thought I was going to come right back. Well, I did about dark. Anyway, I had a good trip yesterday, Bill. I really did. And I've got a little trick for me and you this coming week on our camera, and we're going to set that camera right up there between us. I've been working on that, and we won't have to get it out of the box. All we got to do is just turn it on, and it should be looking right at what we're doing. But anyway, I had a good trip yesterday. I had 4 big bass on and let every one of them get off while I was trying to get my camera on. I should have just learnt on the first one, just put him on the boat and then take a picture of him. But I wanted every, I caught, I believe it's 13 or 14 small fish from anywhere from 10 inches up to 2 pounds. But I had 4 dandies hooked and swaddling around there. And I'm going to tell you this, they were shallow. They were real shallow, right on the bank. I mean, the water was muddy where I was at,
And you know how that muddy water in a creek is. There's always a little strip there about
a couple of feet.
Yeah, a couple of feet. And if you didn't hit in that little clean water, you didn't get a bite.
That's right.
And but you better, when that hit you better be ready, because they didn't waste no time getting it. And I was pitching a little old jig, and had 4 dandy fish on. I know that first one I had. He broke water 3 times on me, and got him right to the boat, and was trying to get down to get him. I done reached in the glove box and got my camera out, and I stuck my rod tip down, and I got to thinking, now how did that fish come unbuttoned like he did? Well, when I pushed down on that head of that jig, it just popped it right out of his mouth. He run around twice there, didn't know he was unhooked.
That was just like an extra arm.
That's what it was. I said, Dad, go. And he was in that 7-pound class, and but I did. I had a pretty good little trip by myself. I wished honestly, I forgot my bicycle helmet, and I've got it laying on the boat. We're going to have that on out there next week, and we won't have to grab for the camera. It'll be right there, and we can just turn it on.
Yeah, buddy.
And but that was the deal. And we'll tell you guys, crappie fishing, man, they're wearing the crappie out down there on Watch Bar. Mike went last Sunday. He had 14 big crappie, and he caught them in 25 to 30 foot of water, 28 foot in that range. So you can count on that. Talked to some more boys that had 4 in the boat, and they had 60 crappie up in the Big Emery, Little Emery area. So we'll get this call and see.
Motors over there. Trolling motors.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to see if Jimmy over in Edgemore had the foot control trolling motors.
Foot control trolling motors. I don't know if Jim. I don't think Jim does he, Bill?
No, I don't believe he has trolling motors over there, son. That's
Well,
Glenn Reynolds at Herman's got them.
Glenn Reynolds at Herman.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, give him a call right there at Reynolds Racing and Marine, and he's got 2 different brands down there. He's got men colders and motor guides.
got them both.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
All right, sir. All right. I hope we helped that gentleman there. But, Mike, he fished out there in that 40, 45 foot of water, he said, for a couple of hours, and he never got the first bite. So he knew he had to move, so he moved in to some brush piles in that 20, 25, 30 foot of water, and he wound up with 14 biggins there.
Yeah, and they were good ones too. I mean, Cracker Jacks. They gonna move. They gonna come in. They gonna get shallow. You take about the time that they have that there big tournament, that crappie tournament.
Yeah.
Hey, son, that's dogwood. When them dogwoods start blooming, you better watch out. Them crappies coming in.
I agree with you, Bill. Let's see who this caller is. Hello, caller.
Yeah, this is
oh man.
ED.
Yeah. AKA Lamprey. Is that it? Is that the one?
Once you make your mind up.
All right, you tell me. You're the one that's in the outhouse.
Well, I sort of
got back.
Moved up a little bit into the garage.
Well, man, I'm glad to hear it. I'd hate the thoughts of you out there in all this cold weather.
Yeah, me and you both. I was going to say if that guy needed somebody to put his foot on that trolling motor, I'd volunteer.
Okay, all right.
And I don't charge much.
Okay, all right. Are you referencing the guy calling in looking for one, or are you talking about me needing a trolling motor, man?
No, the one there said he was looking for a certain foot control motor operator.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I got you.
I was going to say, doesn't Uncle Bill Nichols there feel ashamed for catching all them fish front boating you guys?
No. Oh, no. I don't feel ashamed for him. What about it, Bill?
Hey, I'm not ashamed. I've been doing this too long to be ashamed for anything.
I heard that, buddy. That's exactly
you say you got too many calluses on your hands now to feel ashamed.
That's the only way to do it. Catch them and release them, old buddy. Get you a picture of them and put them back.
Yeah.
Let me ask you one high-tech question there, Uncle Bill. Do you feel that catching, say, I heard Uncle Hank Williams Jr. say one time that a spot would pull a smallmouth backwards. Do you believe that?
After what he says, son, he knows more about it than I do. I just catch them. That's all I do. I ain't trying to let one pull mine back or me pull him forward, Dad.
In other words, you just smile each time, right? Sort of like that.
There you go.
Fox.
Just smile at him and let him go.
Yeah.
I hear you on that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to tie you or cans up there, your phones up there all this time, but anyway, just to let you know there, I'm here, but you know the NCAA basketball is on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure is.
It sure is. But, you know, we're here local, you know. That comes and goes. We're here to stay. Are you with us?
I'm with you.
All right. As long as you're with us, we're good. Have you been over to Edgemore lately?
No, I've been meaning to go down there. I gotta get my boat renewed.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't want to stay in there too long because I don't want to get hooked.
Right. Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
No, there's too many lures in there. You start looking at them lures, the only one that gets hooked is you.
I heard that, buddy.
Yeah.
That.
Where you get hooked at is in your pocket.
yeah. It's them greenbacks with George looking at you saying, why me?
Yeah, I've been doing that for a long time, too. That's one of the...
Anyway, there, I'm glad to hear Uncle Mike there is doing fine.
Yes, sir.
And I'll be around.
All right, man. Good to hear from you. Glad you're in the garage.
Toodaloo.
Okay, bud. See you. All right. That's another one we hadn't heard from in a while.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Glad he called in. But you know, back to the fishing report. Herschel, what did you say? 8 minutes? Something like that? 7? Okay. And just like you said, Bill, it's getting springtime, folks. The water's warming up. That water where I was at there yesterday was right at 57 degrees.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And
most of the lakes has been colored, off-colored, and some of them muddy in places.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to clear up this year. The dingier the water, when it clears up, the better the fish is going to get. I like a little dingy water anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't like to fish muddy water. That's one of the things I don't like to do is fish muddy water. Although the fish is there, I just don't like to fish it.
Yeah. Well, I'm like you. I don't want it chocolate. I don't want it where you walk on it, but a little bit of color in it.
Yeah, it helps.
It helps. You can slip up on them, especially.
They'll do something.
And so that's the deal right there for sure. Like I said, folks, crappies biting, getting better every day. The water clarity hasn't. Mike thought that was why. He said the water was a little bit stained down there where he was at, in the middle of the lake, in down in the Blue Springs area. And but now, you know, he said another drawback to what he was doing was the current.
Yeah,
pulling it hard.
Yeah, they are. The Clinch River right now is about as high as you'll see it.
Mm-hmm.
It can't hardly go any higher, for they really taking the water out of Norris. If they don't do it, it's going to go plumb in the trees, and that there's going to make things dirty and logs is going to be floating and everything else.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Folks, remember my sponsors. Right quick, while didn't get a chance to mention them last week. Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candies, and Gift Shop there in Oliver Springs. Remember those folks, and they, you can go in that little old shop there and sample that fudge anytime during the day.
I'm going to take me a bag of that to fishing with me.
All right. You can check that fudge out right there just any time. Secret City Pies over here. Like I said, you can't beat their food, man. They got some dandy food over there. So stop by and see those folks. Reynolds Racing Marine, done talked about Glenn there. Got boats and the side-by-sides and the whole 9 yards. We hadn't had a chance to show many commercials here in the last few weeks, but those people know how it is. Knox Area Rescue Ministries, Tim's Tire. Don't forget the trailer tires there at Tim's, folks. He's got, I told you that a few weeks ago, he had 100 of them. He only had 98 when I left because I bought 2. And you had a heck of a price on them. Citizens First Bank, Edgemore Outdoors, all your fishing tackle needs.
I've been in a lot of places. I've been in a lot of outdoor places. I've been to a lot of boat shows and everything, but Jim Williams has got a goodest stock of fishing tackle that I've ever seen.
And he knows where every hook and sinker is.
Yes, sir.
I mean, just say, hey, we're so, right there, and you're right across from you. I don't shoot. I enjoy just walking around, seeing how he's got everything organized.
I do too. I enjoy that as good as I. Although he got me hooked right now in the pocket, but he had a lot of stuff that I hadn't seen in lately, and I know what it'll do. It'll catch them fish. Yeah. So I'm going over tomorrow and pick it all up. I don't know.
Right, good deal.
I'm going to have to tell somebody a story. Oh.
Where you going after?
Yeah.
If you tell Polly you're going after that milk, make sure you pick up a little carton before you go back in. I know what you mean there. The sign shop there at Harriman, folks. Get with those people there. They can help you on your signage of any kind, refurbishing or whatever, and let them know you appreciate us putting on the show. We got one more call here. We'll see who this is. Is that for me? Okay, we're running out of time. Folks, got all kinds of fishing tournaments going on right now. Just about anywhere you want to fish. You guys that are fishing already know what the schedule is. I don't have time to run over it tonight, but just kind of pick your poison. You can get in one. Milton Hill, Norris, Watts Bar, Fort Loudon, Tellico, just whatever you want to get into.
Only thing I got to say about the fishing tournaments, Steve, take care of the fish.
Take care of the fish, Bill. I agree with you 100%, guys. That's especially this time of year. They're coming in. They've got eggs. They're full of getting ready to spawn. So definitely want to catch and release.
That's right.
Catch
Take
and release.
care of them.
Take care of them. Keep them alive. Get them back in the water. Because you never know how many thousands of eggs you kill when you kill a fish.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So, folks, listen, it's a pleasure to have Bill with me. Y'all don't know how much I enjoy being with Bill and knowing his relationship with my dad, and I'm glad that we're together. And God bless you. See you next week, and take care of yourself.